what is a bank, like a traditional bank.
Yeah.
And there's actually more than three, but three main services that are bundled together. There's the deposit taking side of it, which is like, I will take your money and I will hold it. There's the payment side of it, which you can now spend the money or you can receive money, and there's various like cards, blah, blah, blah. And then the last bit is the lending side. And for various historic reasons, you had this local bank. There was no internet, right? So like the three things kind of got bundled together over basically 1,000 years. And then the partner bank model it's not new, like it's at least 50 years old. Originally, it was store cards, right? So your Macy's or Bloomingdale's or whatever, and you want to do cards. And that's obviously combines both storing and payments to some extent. And only in the US, actually, this isn't true in every country. In the US, only a bank can issue a MasterCard or Visa card. The only way they could do it was to go to a bank. And from a bank's perspective, they're like, okay, sure. Like, I'm going to make money. You're going to do distribution. You're going to do servicing. Like, it becomes like a no-brainer, right?
Got it. I didn't realize that was the evolution. So
yeah.
Like, because Discover is a spin out of Sears, right? I think. Yeah. And so, interesting. So it was cards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure cards was the first model.
Got it.
And then there's payments also. Like FinTech initially did it with payments, right? So when PayPal and all those ilk came along, and you want to be able to receive ACH, send ACH, store money, like all of that stuff is close to features that banks have. And again, it goes back to like what's allowed. You cannot be on the Fed network. You can't be on the ACH network without being a bank. So apart from the fact that you can only hold deposits and lend against them without being a bank, all the payment rails also like kind of enforce being a bank as like a requirement. So the first fintechs, I think, were really payment-focused fintechs, and those also needed like bank partnerships. So that's like kind of the model, and the whole idea of like depository kind of taking institutions like Mercury being able to partner. That's the newest evolution, actually. Like it was payments first, and card payments and things like that, and then lending, and then like depositories last. And there's good reasons for why depositories last. Like with payments and lending, you can kind of get away with like ignoring the bank's infrastructure. And banks' infrastructure, especially in the US, is like one of the main reasons that banks like suck from people's perspective. And I can talk about that in a second. But there's like 4 core like infrastructure providers. They're all like kind of dinosaur companies. But plugging into them is quite complicated. So it took a long time to get to a stage where like people were willing to expose that infrastructure. And then from a regulatory perspective, the lending side is fairly regulated, but all of the money laundering and like a lot of these laws kick in on the depository side. And I would say lastly, depository is actually just the most complicated because like Mercury we have like 5 payment types in, 5 payment types out. We hold the money, like, yeah, there's just a lot of complexity to like delivering the full product.
Hi, I'm Logan Bartlett, the host of this podcast. I just wanted to take a quick second to tell you that we have a bunch of killer guests coming on over the course of the next few weeks. And so if you're enjoying these conversations with both entrepreneurs and investors, please do subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out.